What's going on YouTube? It's Hobby Spotting Z here, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of the start of what I'd hope to be some hobby vlogs and things like that. So these kind of videos are just going to be short, sharp progress on models that I'm doing and things like that, and just how I go about painting and what I'm doing, and just generally trying to improve every day on skills and things like that. So this is going to be just a short little video. And I'm going to be telling you about how I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks, and some different things and what's sort of on the hobby lists. So as you can see in front of me, I've got 3 different models here, and these are on the immediate short list to be painted. I guess I'll start with Aragon on the right here. Now I got this from a guy called Ben in Wanaka, and he was a collector, and he had this little model, and I got Aragon for $5, I think. Which is really decent. It's about £10. No, it's about £4, I think, in the UK, kind of thing, to give you an idea of that sort of stuff. And this is by far my favourite Aragon. I'm not sure if you can see him properly. He's undercoated at the moment, and he's got his little dagger, and he doesn't have a cape, which I like because a lot of models have capes nowadays, and it's cool to see a model that doesn't have a cape. So this was my favourite Aragon. And I'm going to start. He's probably going to be second on the list for the painting, I think. And I'm just going to go, do some browns, some greens, and then just hit the face with a, nice little flesh tone and things like that. And I think he's going to be a nice little simple paint just to get back into it. I've been a wee bit out of the hobby circles for a while in painting terms, just because I've painted up most of the armies that I do like the Mordor and the elves and things like that. So yeah, it's just to get back into it, start painting some individual models like this hero model here, will be really, really cool. And yeah, so I think it'll be a nice little paint. So probably third in the production line will be this Elven Captain. Now I made this Elven Captain purely for the fact that he's going to be a Rivendell Knight dismount. Now this is the metal Elrond, and I've chopped off his head, and it's actually really difficult to chop off a metal model's head nicely. I mean, I had to file and things like that, and just you can notice around his neck there, it's a bit, if we can zoom in on it, get some nice zoom, so you can see around just in here, I'll get this little thing, just around in here, it's a bit flat and a bit gaunt, and I'm going to have to probably file off that chainmail and just call it a hood, I'd say. But this head, if you can see the head, we'll try to get it in the light for you. Oh, Jesus, where are we? There we are. The head there was off a Battle Games of Middle-earth sprue that you could get, and that was it come with a whole heap of different weapons, different heads and things like that, and this head was actually one of the ones on it. So I thought, you know what, instead of doing the old elven, helmet, kind of high elf helmet thing, I might just do a little bit different and give him the normal head. So he's got that. He's got the sword, which is quite cool, and he's also got just the classic Elrond sort of pose. And I'll probably paint him up the same way that I painted my Elven Captain up. So we'll go to the back of him now, and he's just got a little shield on the back, and his hair's coming out the back as well. And you can see there that that's where the shield was, and I just repositioned it because it didn't look quite right. But so I'm going to have to sort of undercoat that with black and go over that again. But overall, I'm quite happy with this. I don't often do conversions, so to do this guy was quite cool, really. Now back to the next one, who is actually going to be the first one on the list. He's going to be first on the list. This is Shagrat, and you can notice he's being converted. Now see that little mace there? That was on the conversion sprue as well. There was also a crossbow, a scythe for a Morannon Orc, and there was a little kind of camping pack that had a bow and a sword on it that you can put on someone's back, kind of like Aragon's kit. I'll just give you a wee look, actually. It was exactly that there, actually. It was that, but on a separate thing, so you could glue it to any model you want. And yeah, this Shagrat model, I've been playing Mordor lately, and I've been playing Shagrat, the War Leader aspect one, and I have to say that he is a beast. He's my favourite evil character, just because he's so good. And he's quite themey too. I quite like him. So, he'll be first on the paint list. I had trouble kind of trying to match his face. He's got like a pale kind of blue face. It's like, well, it's kind of bluey grey. It's quite dark, and it's almost a purpley shade. So I've managed to get this, which is steel tone scale green, and I'm hoping that that shade there will be good enough to sort of be a convincing skin tone for this Mordor. I've seen a lot of people do the browns and stuff, like the classic Uruk-hai, but I think this guy with the blues will treat him really well. And then just hit it with a Xandri dust, you know, hair tones, and then, you know, your classic browns and greys for everything else. Now, this isn't the actual model for the War Leader aspect. The War Leader aspect's, you know, got the sword thing, and he's got that big shield. So I've just kind of put an orc shield on there just to sort of, and I'll do it up with some different let's say like designs and little motifs and things like that. So yeah, it'll be cool. But I didn't like the other model because he doesn't look that right. I like the armor on this model, so I thought that, you know, why not just turn this guy into the War Leader? And I guess the hand weapon doesn't really matter. It'll just be treated as I don't know, as it normally is. So the rules with this guy is that he's got that charge to ground rule, which makes him a beast. So he gets, if he wins the fight, he gets 6 strikes, which is immense if you're calling heroic combat, because you're probably going to kill at least 1 or at least 2 models. So that is going to be my hobby vlog wrap up for today. So these 3 models will be in the production line over the next couple of weeks. I'll hopefully get Shagrat painted today. I've only got a couple hours before work, but we'll definitely see how that goes. So yeah, stay tuned for the progress update, and I'll probably have one out for you next week. And stay tuned for that battle report and some different videos, like an unboxing. I've got a big unboxing coming soon, which I'll be doing the hobby report on as well. So yeah, as always, please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you very much.